Hello fellow leggers, you're joining us on another theatre trip. We're in Leicester at Curve.
And we are here to see a dance piece for a change.
What? We never see dance.
We never see a dance
We've never
piece.
seen just a pure dance piece.
But-
Why have we seen this?
Well,
What's this?
we've seen this because it's the latest from Matthew Bourne and it's called The Midnight Bell. So stick around to find out all of our thoughts.
Find out how many stars.
And whether it's break a leg or leg it.
Now, he's done loads of stuff. I know because Swan Lake.
That was his sort of big, that's what launched him really into the
Emerging.
stratosphere.
I know he's done Carman since.
Yes, Edward
Nutcracker.
Scissorhands.
Yes.
He's done The Red Shoes.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yes.
Just.
He adapts typically very well-known stories, mediums, and interprets them through dance wonderfully well, is what I would say. From
Okay.
my personal experience, I've seen Swan Lake and absolutely adored it. Now, as mentioned, this is the latest offering from the Master of Dance. He's a master storyteller through dance, is what I would say. Now, The Midnight Bell explores the dark underbelly of 1930s London, where ordinary people emerge from cheap boarding houses nightly to pour out their passions, hopes, and dreams in the fog-bound pubs and bars of Soho.
Saucy.
How's that sound?
Okay,
I mean,
interesting.
for me-
It's not Nutcracker or Swan Lake.
No.
It sounds a bit different.
Sounds a bit gritty now. It's inspired
Okay.
by the great English novelist Patrick Hamilton, who created some of the most fantastic fictional works of his era. They're very sort of telling of the time that he wrote them, and they were born out of his interactions with working class men and women whilst he spent time in the local bars of London.
Okay.
So sort of semi-autobiographical. I sort of think a bit Christopher Isherwood, Tales from Berlin, like that sort of thing.
Okay.
Anyway, Matthew once again has joined forces with an award-winning team including Paul Constable and Terry Davies and a cast of 12 of the finest performers from his new adventures company to challenge us to look at the darkest reaches of the human's heart through the medium of dance that he knows so well.
Do you know, I'm looking forward to something that's just a bit different.
Yeah.
It's about an experience. It's about being in the moment, and I'm excited about this medium.
And that's it.
Something a bit different, something a bit new.
I want to,
So why not?
when there are different ways of telling a story, I want to explore those different ways. When something is adapted from a movie into a musical, I want to say why and what does it add. And this is one of the things. It was a novel, now it's a dance piece. Let's hope we get something to enthrall us. It's about an hour and a half in total, plus interval, so not massively long.
Stick around to the interval then to hear all of our thoughts.
Yeah, in the 30-second interval breakdown, and to the end to find out how many stars.
Fellow leggers, we've come to the interval of the Midnight Bell, which means it's time for the break leggers.
30-second interval breakdown. Go! What do you think so far?
I'm really enjoying it, considering there's no lyrics, there's no words, there's no narrative. I'm just kind of trying to work it out by what's going on physically. I'm engrossed in the talent, the storytelling. I think it's all about the visionary talent of Matthew Bourne, and it's great to watch. How about you?
And that's it. I think these stories of, people meeting in a pub, and it can be told, you can watch EastEnders for that sort of thing, but can you see it through the visionary medium of dance? No, you can't.
Fellow leggers, we've come to the end of Midnight Bell here at the Curve Theatre. I think it's going to be a quick one.
Yeah.
Because...
what do you say about a piece with no lyrics? There's music, there's song in it. There are classic standards from the time which drive the narrative and which are mimed by the performers.
All about love. All about the classic.
About
it
love.
sounds like Cole Porter, Irving Berlin. I'd love to know exactly what it is.
Well, there's
but
a list in the programme, dear.
It's
So if you
really
buy
cool.
yourself a programme, it does list all of the music that is used in the production. And I've got to say, pulling a piece like this together must be such a headache, because where do you start with picking a song?
I think one of the most beautiful things about this piece is the music. Like the scoring is something so cinematic at times. Like this beautiful, deep, bassy notes. It's something like Danny Elfman or Hans Zimmer at times, as well as melded into that
original
classic.
music was composed by Terry Davies that we mentioned at the beginning, who's worked very closely with Matthew before. But yes, there is a Gershwin number in there, The Man I Love. So it does have that sort of musical theatre feel of the 20s, you know. I'm thinking like Noel Cowardy almost.
Yeah.
You know, I feel of the time, and the songs have been chosen really, really well. Let's move on to some of the other production elements.
Lighting is beautiful.
And I know you loved the lighting.
Lighting is beautiful.
I mean, the lighting
is stunning. The
it's
production
Paul Constable.
photos.
So, you know we love Paul. She's done everything we've loved. Most recently, The Normal Heart, which we saw, The Visit, Follies, Curious Incident, The Greatest Play Ever.
And it makes the piece special and magical,
Yep.
and that's what's so nice about this. It's just and it has to be, because it's a visual feast.
Yep.
It's the visuals of what's selling the story or what's bringing you on board, both through the lighting and the physicality of the cast, through what they're doing with their bodies.
And that's what I was thinking.
The contemporary balletic interpretation.
And also a bit of soft shoe shuffle, a little bit of almost sort of soft tap in there as well. There were
bit of Charleston
blendings of a lot of different styles of dance. And I was thinking, in the day where Strictly Come Dancing is as popular as it ever was, and we are now getting used to men dancing with men, this is a queer piece. It's homoeroticism in there. There's a gay bar sequence in the 1920s, a members-only club where women are dancing with women, men are dancing with men, and not a single raised eyebrow in the house, because at the end of the day it's all about love and a celebration of what it is to be human, of what it is to feel, and what it is to celebrate the form and the shape that the human body can take in telling a story. In times of disgrace, this is graceful.
Yeah, and as a new person to Matthew Bourne's work, really, this is stunning, beautiful, and I was captivated throughout. There wasn't a moment where I was like, okay, it moves so well. There's so much going on all the time.
Yep.
So I thought it was beautiful. The cast of 10 was stunning.
12 of them.
Well, there's 12 of them.
Well, there's 12 of them.
10.
Maybe there's a couple of that are out in. There's a couple of understudies touring with it as well. So 12 in the company, 10 on stage.
So
You're
10 on stage
right.
performers. The 5 couples were fantastic.
Were absolutely stunning. I would say, even if you've just got a passive interest in dance, this will be a night to remember and something to think, wow, how much we could do. It harked me back to the silent era. I thought this must what it must have been like when we had films without sound and we had to
through expression.
Yeah, and I was Norma Desmond days, right?
Norma Desmond.
I was Norma Desmond. You were Norma Desmond. We're all Norma Desmond. Okay, let's wrap it up.
As well, I guess wondering how many stars we're going to give Midnight Bell. Oh, there's an after-show discussion.
There's also severe feedback on your mic there, love.
With Matthew Bourne, so we're going to
we're heading back in, because I mean, how often do you get a chance to spend an evening with Matthew Bourne, actually with Matthew Bourne?
So we're going to head in and see that.
Back in.
But how many stars are we going to give this piece?
Bell, we are going to give 4.
4 stars for this piece. Thoroughly enjoyable evening.
Thoroughly enjoyable, lovely. I would say the only thing is there isn't that real moment of like breathtaking. Oh my god, wow! It's just there is magic throughout, which is consistent, is what I would say.
Consistent, enjoyable. I loved it as something different. We see so many plays, so many musicals. This I was taken away with. I look forward to seeing more.
Me too.
And listening to what he has to say.
That's just what I think.
And tell you what I think.
What do you think? Please come and see this piece. Take a chance on something different. Goes to show you don't need massive sets, although it's very technical and beautiful, I've got to say. But you don't need all song, all singing, all noise, all music. You need beauty and talent, and that is here in abundance.
Expression, a lot. With Greg Leggers.
Catch you again soon.
Bye.